Hi everyone and welcome back to Gold Rocket Gamers and our KSP2 Let's Play series. Last time we managed to land successfully on the Mun. If you missed that, then check out our last video. And today we're going to try and take off from the Mun, escape the Mun orbit and land safely back on Kerbin. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, let's beef aboard. We've got some electric charge. Let's look at our science. Let's start transmitting some of this. And let's take off. So we want to go easterly. And we're just going to take off and try and go east. 3, 2, 1. I was a bit scared then. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, fine, we're thrusting so we can transmit our data again because it's generating energy for us. And we are just going to try to achieve an orbit now. Right, let's just take off quite sharply because we've got no atmosphere to contend with. Again, our apoapsis is about 70 kilometers. And then I think we bring our periapsis right up to escape velocity. Let's have a look. Nope. Because that's on the wrong side of the Mun. Okay, fine. Because we land on the light side of the Mun. Right. How are we doing? We are doing perfectly, actually. That's really nice. Apoapsis of 80 kilometers. Let's go to like 40 Ks. It's going to be fine. Don't think there's any mountains that high. I'm guessing. But okay, we want to be on our maneuver node. Our maneuver trajectory, I should say. We've still got a bit of fuel left in this stage, and then we can go on to the final stage, and the final stage should be enough to bring us home. Let's save the game to orbiting 1, save, confirm. Mysterious signal on the Mun. Find the source of the mysterious signal on the Mun. I mean, okay, how do we find that? Is there something, or is it literally just looking around? I mean, it's got to be the moon arch, right? But I don't know how we find that. Okay, let's time warp to the maneuver. And then we've got, yeah, required delta V, 216, and we've got 233 left in this tank. Fine. Although we're going to need to... I want to bring my periapsis to like 0. And then I'm going to detach. That's my plan. Because I do want to crash this stage into the Mun. Trying to be neat to not leave stuff flying around in space. I don't want space garbage. I mean, leaving it on the Mun, is that better? Don't know. But yeah, it's just nice to clean up space a little bit. Oh, there's the signal, I think. Or is that where we took off from? No, I think that's the signal, you know. As our periapsis gets close to 0, we'll throttle down to make sure we don't overshoot it. Let's think about that once we hit 50 kilometers. Okay. Okay, now then, next stage. And okay, that's good. That's good. So that's the signal. Probably could have taken off and landed here, to be honest. I think that's the signal. Okay, so our periapsis, we're going to want to escape. We're going anti-clockwise. we want to go towards Kerbal. So actually, we want to increase. We want our apoapsis to be like there. So we actually want to accelerate quite soon to escape the Mun. Kerbin is going to be our target. Maneuver node. Okay, let's have a little look. How do we escape? Maybe not, maybe, yeah, we want to escape over here, I think. Now, we're going to be moving so fast, we have to remember to get into a decent Kerbin orbit before we try to land. I think we've got plenty of fuel to do that with, though. So we leave orbit and then re-enter orbit again. That seems silly. Well, here we go. Oh, we're at a bit of a steep angle, but we can fix that later. That's fine. Maybe we want to keep the angle, to be honest. It'd be nice to land in a different part of Kerbin. So we leave the Mun, re-enter the Mun's orbit. Let's do that, right? We're going to aim for our maneuver orientation. Can I get rid of this little sticky up thing? Apparently not. Okay. So we're at the right orientation. We're going to time warp now to the burn. We only need 169 delta V to escape the Mun, which is easy. We've got 2k delta V left, which is very nice. Um, 21-second burn. Okay, this should be a piece of cake now. Very easy, I hope. Here we go. Okay. So 10 seconds of burn left. Orbit still looks quite small for now, but it's going to increase very quickly once it gets into that escape velocity. 4 seconds of burn. And we're about to escape the moon. There we go. Oh, I overshot that a bit, but that's fine. When we get to our apoapsis, we are going to slow down as much as possible. We're going to try. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put myself into a 60 kilometer periapsis, maybe 65, just to try and use the atmosphere to slow us slightly. If I dip too low into the atmosphere, I'll start to burn up, so I've got to be careful of that. But if we can get to about 60 kilometers, and then, yeah, then we can bring our apoapsis down using less fuel. I mean, we got tons of fuel anyway. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Kerbin periapsis. Okay. Here we go. Let's try that. So we're going to focus on our maneuver again. Okay, and then we're going to time warp to the burn location because we're not going to wait 2 days, 5 hours. Oh, sorry, 2 hours, 5 minutes. Should have been. No, it was 2 days and 5 hours. Yeah, we're not going to wait that long. So we have escaped the Mun. We are going to re-enter the Mun's orbit if we don't do anything. Okay. So we got 2 minutes until burn. Let's crank that down. We're in the right orientation, that's good. We've got plenty of delta V left. This should be fine. Here we go. So we're now decelerating relative to Kerbin, trying to get ourselves into a closer orbit. And we're going to watch our periapsis. I want to get that down to like 65 kilometers, I think is the goal. Got to be very careful, I might overheat. So we'll see. Oh, actually, we want a 100-kilometer orbit, don't we? That was one of our mission tasks. So let's try that. Let's try and get a circular orbit at 100 kilometers. Forgot about that mission. Is that actually still here? Oh, don't stop the burn. Don't stop the burn. Let's get to 100 kilometers before we stop the burn. It's 100. No, it's 100,000 meters. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep periapsis at 101 kilometers because when we burn to reduce our apoapsis, we're going to slightly affect the periapsis as well. Just check mission tracker again. Yeah, perfect. Have I somehow lost my other mission? Exit Kerbin's gravitational SOI. Did I not already do that? Okay. Maybe. Oh, I think that means actually escape the whole orbit of Kerbin, including the 2 moons. I think that's what that means. Right, save. Now we are going to orbit, so we're going to save as orbiting again because we're trying to get a 100-kilometer circular orbit. Why does it think I'm going to crash? Why does it think I'm going to crash? It thinks I'm going to crash. Is this my orbit around the Mun? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So I need to twist this. Radial out. I'm not sure if this thinks I'm orbiting the Mun or Kerbin, but let's just see how thrusting radial out twists my orbit. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, good. I've got a weird target set somehow. Vehicle, apparently. Okay, I wish there was just a clear target button, but it's fine. Right, so now we're not going to crash. We twisted our orbit using the radial out, so now we're not crashing into Kerbin, which is nice. Now we are going to create a maneuver plan to decelerate at the periapsis, to bring our apoapsis down to 101 kilometers, 100 kilometers, let's say. Let's aim for our maneuver orientation as well while we're doing this, just saves us a bit of time. The rocket can move itself while I'm setting up the maneuver. Here we go, nearly there. Did that work? Oh, my maneuver node line is gone. Or maybe it's just so small that I just can't see it. Yeah, I think that's the case. Okay. Periapsis. 101. Not really sure why there's two periapses here. Oh, one is my current one and one is the one with the maneuver, I think. Try and get that right down. Right, we're just going to get roughly in the correct orientation. Why does it think our periapsis is now so low? What? I haven't left any thrust on. Oh, it's like tracking the mun again. I think that's thinking about the mun again. We're being affected by the mun's gravity. Okay. Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, we're being... Oh, crikey. That was a bit too fast. But we didn't crash. We did not crash. So that's good. Let's delete that maneuver node. Now our periapsis is super low. Can we twist our orbit from here? I don't think so. Got to accelerate. Oh, a little bit. Bring our periapsis back up. At least the mun's gone now. Okay, it's not going to take much delta V to do that, so that's fine. I'm going to go to like 105, give ourselves a bit more wiggle room. And we're going to go over here. And we got an 8-second burn. It's fine. Okay, so the moon messed with our orbit, but that's fine. We can recover. Okay, now then, bin that, get to our periapsis, and then we're going to decelerate, bringing our apoapsis down to approximately 100 kilometers. I would have done this in just a couple of maneuvers if I was just landing, but because I want this 100 kilometer circular orbit for the mission, it's going to take a few more steps because I'm going to circularize 100 kilometers and then probably decelerate again just to make sure we have a safe landing. Oh, no, that was a bit too much. We're just going to try that. Aim for our maneuver orientation again, which we're actually already on track for. And we'll warp to maneuver. 700 delta V, we got 1.7k delta V, so we should be fine. We are in the right orientation. We got 2 minutes till we get to the burn, so let's speed this up a bit again. Get this down to sub 1 minute, and then we'll slow down time a little bit more. Here we go, 40 seconds. "15 seconds of burn left, roughly. We're just going to tweak it as we get close to the 100-kilometer mark. See, our periapsis is coming down now as well. So I think giving ourselves some wiggle room was a good idea. We might actually need to bring our periapsis up slightly at this rate. Let's just keep burning. We can bring the periapsis back up. Oh, is that a good idea? Oh, I don't want to do that. How do we do this? I just want to time warp to here, to be honest. Just do it again. Bring the apoapsis down. Then we'll bring the periapsis back up again, surely. Time up to here, because we don't want to keep burning against the periapsis and bringing that down unnecessarily. We're actually almost on top of our space station by pure coincidence. Okay. Oh. Why are the icons so big? Well, we don't have huge amounts of fuel, but we've probably got enough. Yeah, we definitely do have enough. $800 delta V just to re-enter or to land on Kerbin from 100 kilometers should be absolutely fine. There we go. Done our mission. Very nice. I want to bring the periapsis down to like 65 kilometers. Maybe I'm going much slower now because I'm in a 100-kilometer orbit, so I could actually bring it down to like 60 kilometers and probably not burn up. So yeah, let's do that. And when we hit our periapsis, we're going to bring it down on the other side as well. Let's time warp to here. Ah yes, we are hitting atmosphere because look, our periapsis is naturally coming down anyway without us burning fuel. Which is interesting. Maybe we were a bit too ambitious actually going down 60 kilometers. Because this might slow down our periapsis and we might crash. Well, we'll still be able to recover, I think, with the fuel we have left in the engine and the parachutes. But I was hoping to get a nice spiral orbit down to get like 60 kilometers circular, and then just gradually come down, using the atmosphere to brake and not wasting fuel. We are a little way off our periapsis. Yeah, so I don't think we'll make another full orbit, which is fine. Actually, this might even be perfect. Because as soon as our periapsis gets below like 70 kilometers, that is now on a landing trajectory. It's funny how we are almost on a perfect intercept course for our station. Once we get to our periapsis, we are going to burn and just really start the landing procedure. Right, we are past our periapsis. That's interesting. So we're... Ah, here we go. Yes, now we are rising again. So let's burn. And we're just kind of letting the atmosphere do its job now. Oh, we are getting hot though, so let's use our thruster to try and reduce our speed a little bit, and therefore reduce the heat we're building up. Okay, I'm going to take another save. I've just got 2 saves going, just that's kind of what I do in games, just in case one save gets corrupted or something. So I use that orbiting one and deorbiting one save just to back one another up. We've slowed down a fair amount. We are going to run out of fuel, so the best thing to do is going to be to jettison the thruster. I'm going to put my gear out just to see if it gives me a little bit more air resistance. We are going to run out of fuel. So yeah, let's just jettison, because it's so heavy we're not going to recover the whole craft. It's not going to happen, is it? What's the parts manager limits for the drogues? Mark 12. Yeah, let's detach. There you go. So we've got rid of the heaviest part of the spacecraft. We can now just naturally decelerate in the atmosphere. Now the question is, will our drogues all fire this time? They haven't so far. I'm just going to save it now, because there's no way we were going to recover the whole craft. And where are we going to land? Oh, we're actually gone past this sea, and we're actually going to land here in the sea now. Interesting. Maybe we would have got more science landing on a different continent rather than in the sea, but I'm not really sure how the mechanics work. Science is quite new to the game, so it might not have that much depth yet. Okay. If we can get to being almost vertical, I think that would be a good time to deploy the drogues. I'm wondering whether I'm losing one of the drogues every time because I'm at too steep an angle. Maybe. Not really sure. I don't think we even need drogues when we're just landing the pod. But I like to have them just to be safe. Okay, I'm going to deploy the drogues I think now. Just to try and slow us a bit. Very nice. And sea level, same as ground level. Yeah, okay. Because I think it's just recording what's directly below us, which is the sea. The drogues have actually slowed us right down. Okay, let's speed up time a little bit. going to deploy parachutes as well. There you go, it's a nice comfortable landing. Speed up time a little bit. So, our first successful moon landing. I'm genuinely shocked that we managed to do that. But yeah, it was very successful. So, thank you very much for watching. In the next video, we'll turn in our science and see what we can unlock. And yeah, here's to the next one. Maybe we'll try and get a solar orbiter going. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all soon.